Maybe.
Unless we own millions. Got my T's and cross my eyes. Mr. T with all his eyes. Look too hard, my hurts and eyes. Look too hard, I clutch the thing. Clutch the thing. Bring that shit back. Look too hard, I clutch the thing. Hey, open. Finish the band.
No. Or run away, that's fine.
What's up, bro?
You're too sensitive. Stop it. You're using your cuteness. I mean, they probably have an interracial one on here too. Jubilee has like 10 million followers. Subscribers. Yeah, that's so. Oh my gosh, babe. Oh, she wanted it to be her own decision.
That's what I was doing last night. I was just watching Netflix. Some people watching it with me.
Babe.
I deleted it though because I didn't want to turn it into a video. I didn't want Netflix to try to copyright. Because you weren't in here, what the fuck was I supposed to do? And I changed the title because it was going to be me listening to music, but I changed it to, you know.
Yeah, I'm tired.
What is you really saying? Want green like Martian man, green in my lungs, green in my right hand, high as a Martian man. What is you really saying? Different lingo, she do the limbo, she stuck in limbo, lace up the tempo. I want money like Iron Man, still on my hip, still on my waist, got the grip like the Iron Man. I keep the Iron Man, I keep the Iron Man. Got time, bitch, I'm high as a fat man. Got green like my shit, green in my lung, green in my right hand, high as a Martian man. What is you really saying? Different lingo, she do the limbo, she stuck in limbo, beats on my tempo. What is you really saying? Green like my shit, green in my lung, green in my right hand, high as a Martian man.
More like a partnership where, I guess mutual trust and negotiation comes into play a lot more than, we're doing this and that's how we're doing it. So,
do you guys believe that the man or the husband should be a leader just because he is a male, or is it because he displays certain leadership qualities? Could it be the other way around if the woman was somebody who fit better into the role?
no, it's
So, y'all watching
YouTube video.
album earn respect too. Yeah, respect.
She's probably speaking in the patriarchy instead
top.
of the matriarchy.
Off top,
The
when
father
my
is
little
always.
girl is born. This was supposed to be
Come here.
that
Get up. Plants.
she automatically is protected as supposed to be, like, just because she is a girl. So it's like how I look at my sister, like they would never have to do what I had to do. Like when I had to go cut the grass, and I was like washing the cars, I was fucking just it was. My mom didn't expect them.
Maybe we just don't think it's protection as respect then. But it is respect. Yeah.
Because if you think about it, just when we're on a boat, who they save first? The women
And the children, yeah.
So that means all they do is gotta figure out what the fuck they're gonna do and sink and drown.
Maybe that, yeah. I'm just saying that, not in the perspective of me, I'm just saying that that's probably where women get.
Maybe y'all get disrespect too, but just like everybody else.
Right.
Yeah. Y'all come in this motherfucker. I was just commenting on what she was saying. It's false.
Well, that's what I mean. She's one of those that she doesn't connect respect with protect. Even though they kind of
You trying to protect some, of course, respect it.
true. No, yeah, I agree. And she made me think about the workforce, because this is another thing that women are like on these. It's always about women are equal and they have to work. But I like, look, you can check.
Respect too, God. You think that ain't okay? Well, y'all wasn't working. That was respect too. But now y'all want to work, so that's respect. Y'all can work too. But what I mean by that is, that's a damn privilege
To work?
to be taken care of and not having the y'all didn't have the societal pressure to work. Y'all wasn't expected to work.
Right, and that was the way of back then,
wasn't. Nobody asked y'all to work. Nobody asked y'all to go in coal mines and do
what they did during the war. In order to keep the economy going, and we kind of had to.
Right, yeah, that's everybody doing their part.
Right.
Just saying, like,
that's probably what like started it, because they got a taste of
racist thing. Yeah, I got a taste of man shit.
We're like, yeah, that's not that bad.
And then y'all start complaining.
Man.
Because
I think what mainly is complained about is us not getting paid the same. But equality, yes, has different levels. Yes, I feel like we are our equals. But no, I cannot do what you do. I can't do what you do. I'm not going to go work on the railroads. I'm not going to go in the mines.
I think people use that word wrong. It's not equal, because equal is
I'd have to be a man.
1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah, I'd have to be a man.
That's not
to be the equal.
Yeah, we have different roles and shit, man. Different parts.
Partnership, yeah. That's what part.
And, we have different strong suits.
Yeah. I feel like when y'all are more external and women are more internal, so it's not equal, but it's yin and yang. It's the opposites. It's the balance that make the circle, the life cycle.
So you don't like.
Porter. so he could rhyme it. That's what I
Q, A,
thought it was a W.
I mean, yeah, Q, W.
Okay, you don't even know. So early in the morning, naughtiness.
No bra unless showing titties. Full moon, half moon, quarter. We don't smoke it by the half, by the whole.
Like, even OnlyFans girl, the only reason why she able to do it is because of men.
Oh yeah, they did another thing about like.
If men went so damn
Well,
hard.
no, remember though that put her out on a lot of content out here. Like she's in a lot of podcasts. And, yeah, this lady.
Initially.
Work hard, work fast, work smarter.
She wouldn't have got to that level if it wasn't for men.
Oh, well, yeah.
So how can she be against men when they are the reason for her whole career? No matter how she
That doesn't mean that she wants it. She's not saying men. I think it's the husband. She doesn't want a husband because she got to see the worst of men. That's why. That's why I'm telling you, certain jobs out here is not relationship material. You cannot be in a relationship after some of those jobs that you do. That's why I really, yeah.
So she gotta be that. She has to be that way.
Right, and that's the choice that she made. She just continue. Yeah.
Don't you think she would love somebody to come swoop her up and tell her she ain't got to do that no more and love her and accept her?
Of course she does.
It's not happening, so she gotta be like, fuck, I don't want to.
I mean,
Take care of the men, just like men have the responsibility to use their strength to take care
I like her hair. Of course, she's
we
feminist.
should with.
I'm trying to love her. I wish she tried to be like. Put your titties up. I get, I mean, girls like girls too, so I get if she don't like men, who she still doing that for, I guess. But you try to dress like a dude, and then you got your titties out, it's like kind of mixed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's right still. Yeah. Women and women are still not right.
I mean, all the wrong people do it.
Did you say that about men?
Both of that shit, all that shit. People do it. You gotta make your own decisions.
There's a pretty unequal steep, right? And so for the role that men occupy, just in general in society, the freedom that men are able to
I know I won't.
that to me is why
That's it. So, for example, children.
recently in a
That's what I mean. That's nature.
Children get confused.
there was a she walked the street. It was very brave act, but it's a true criticism. And what happened? So if you look at the way that society treats women's bodies,
Your pet insurance should be able to feel claims instantly. Sometimes insurance does that. Protect your pet at lemonade.com/pet.
Not a lot of people on this morning. It's probably because they're in church.
I didn't have that opportunity to actually realize that.
call it the what? The Bible pizza? Bible. Interesting.
Bible was viral.
And so by
First viral shit.
to submit ourselves to it, to me that just sounds like defense mechanism.
You got
And what
push that
stands out
viral.
when I'm listening to you
Why
is,
is this shit
and
so
I think
viral?
if you find empowerment through submitting to your husband,
Because
it's
the
fine.
religion was forced upon people and they killed them.
Okay,
That's exactly like, that's why we don't do shit like that now. Because it's like, that shit was dumb.
yeah. It was. True.
All of the abuse and the killings and the murders back then, the tortures, slavery, all bad. All of it was bad, but it was normal. So if all that was normal,
Why did God create so many women that are excellent attorneys, excellent doctors? It's almost
that's how I feel that religion came
women
out.
are killing business owners. Why did God
It's
give
been
so many
going on.
women? Because there's so much overlap when it doesn't come to physical.
So the real question is, when does freedom start?
If they're able
It's not free right now.
leadership qualities.
You know,
So many women were blessed with
still
those.
shit's going on.
Women are brilliant, and so women are excellent advisors and mothers and teachers and influencers. So I think about that. Women are great influencers.
Oh yeah, that's my person that I put. Why did it switch?
Should we go out and compete?
We're out of playtime.
Take our power and harness it in different other ways. And in fact, some of the anti-suffragettes.
I don't know why they don't do everybody else like this.
For real, that's what I'm saying. Like, cause the one I was just playing, has a YouTube channel. He only has a couple thousand, like 14, actually, 14,000.
It's gonna change. But not that's maybe.
10.
It's like a 10 and above.
We don't think they're doing as much of a service as if they were just to stay home and nurture. Well, I think they're putting themselves at a disadvantage too, because look at the wage gap. There does exist a wage gap, even if you have a really skilled female surgeon and a male surgeon, and it's
They
because
say that's because
honestly, like, they can't push themselves in the same way that a man can.
I was just
So
gonna
like,
say this
and this is true. I disagree completely. I've seen women not only do women
because y'all be talking about y'all periods and then
meet expectations.
y'all be pregnant and then
Yeah, we have more physical. We're
I
more
got, like,
internal than
y'all
y'all
got
are.
shit going on.
Mhm.
Women who have just
Hell.
been
But that's what I mean, like that. I get it, but then again, I'm like, I'm tired of that. Like, dude, I don't want to be in a man's position. I don't.
in science, in all of these places.
Y'all can do all the hard work. I'm tired, man. I have to go to bed.
Yeah, that shit really. I don't know what y'all fighting for.
Well, these women don't have kids. Watch.
I swear.
These women don't have kids. The ones who are arguing that they don't have kids. Because once you have a kid, then you'll understand like what your purpose is as a woman.
The balance.
Yeah.
Always working harder.
She doesn't have a kid.
We are working harder
Because I'm waiting for them to say, I have kids. And then you're like, okay, now I see your perspective, but no.
I agree with her that it's a partnership. Like that a man should never be thought of as the final decision, as that how he is suddenly able to lead and know everything and know all, and then she is just here to serve. Yeah.
I think people should be looked at as individuals and not based on their gender. So there could be areas of expertise that my partner is better equipped for, and there are areas of expertise I am better equipped for. And to your earlier point, like it's like women didn't have advantages for so long, and now we're seeing this shift where like boys need our help, because as soon as you let women into education, we started surpassing them, and our wages have gone up and up and up.
Let women into education.
No, I'm saying as soon as we started pushing for like women to get into STEM, when we started doing this push to get women educated, we not only met the same standard that men were operating at, we exceeded it, and now women are outperforming men in almost all like exams.
I don't think people should do anything. I think people can do anything. I don't think there should be any societal expectation on any person, man or woman. I think that you can go and do whatever you want, and I can go and do whatever I want. I don't think you should tell me what I should do, and I should tell
I
you
don't go
what
like it, so send it.
Before we go any further, we want to take a moment to say thanks so much to Straight Arrow News for powering the fact checks in this video. Straight Arrow News is an app and website that is on a mission to raise the bar on journalism in a time of media bias and mistrust. Their team of journalists believe that unbiased news should be the standard and not just the exception. So they report down the middle with facts, delivering news without bias, filter, or mistake. Plus, their media mist tool allows you to discover news that's being underreported or not even
Yeah,
reported
so
at all
they
on
have
different sides of mainstream media.
brown news and saying are pretty like
The work they're doing gives us a complete picture
The-
of the news.
the news from like they explain the news better on these apps, and I'm really interested in that. Like if I would have the money to just get Underground has like the left and the right and the center, and that's kind of what Elon Musk is doing right now. He's making a third government option
Oh,
instead of having blue and red
you gonna have bread or
or something. I feel like that's nice. That's taking other view, like, cause those are the people that I've never like. I agree on some on the left, and I agree on some on the right. It's like it's never
And that could be for
enough for me to lean.
I know a lot of
Basically,
people say, oh, it's because
so I kind of agree in that idea. Just period,
does not
not
mean
anything.
Cosby, right? We have
I
less
don't know what else.
communities,
Not
social
educated.
media is easier to compare, you know, there's a comparison is the thief of joy. And if we look back at the more like trad times, women, there was something called like housewife syndrome that people would go to, and it was because, or people would be diagnosed with, which is that they were like basically developing levels of psychosis, and they would be doing a lot of drugs. People talk a lot now about how women are so medicated. Look back at all the benzos, the coke, everything they're doing in doses that are they would never prescribe today just to make it through the day. So I do think that feminism has given us so much that now women have
You have to understand, not all women had kids. So they were in the house by
overall trends
themselves,
of how
and that's not.
feel. I don't think gives an accurate picture on
You can keep the house clean, like, but
Yeah, I'm such a realist that I don't know. I think happiness is such a
yeah.
who cares? Honestly, it's like I think in life we're supposed to be doing harm reduction and what's sustainable, and I think what we have now is there's so much less. There's less harm for us because we have more agency, and then sustainability. Like we get to decide what we get to do, so we can be more resilient and sustain onward. So I mean, in my mind, that's my definition of happiness. Because if you're just thinking about emotions and feelings, like that's never gonna go.
I think that women are happier and like in more positions of like empowerment within themselves right now. But I want to like comment on the word happier. I don't think we are anywhere near where we can be or we should be right now. So that's why I was kind of like hesitant at first because I'm like, well, we are happier. We are definitely happier than we used to be. But are we like we are still in danger in this type in many different ways, and that makes me scared as a woman. And I just don't see happiest.
no, it'd be crazy if a bunch of dudes would be
Happiness is
talking.
very difficult
Yeah,
to measure.
I'm saying like
Very
they,
difficult to
okay.
measure. So
they
it's
have it on here.
No, I'm saying is like
They have it. I just watched Alpha Men versus Beta
I
Men.
do think the fact
but I'm pretty sure none of them was like we're in danger.
Correct. Correct.
even though we are the like
The beta.
No, I'm just saying. Even
I
though,
mean the beta saying that.
yeah, even though I don't care what you think yourself as
Because
a
most
man.
men don't want somebody else's opinion. That's where the danger comes in. If we're vulnerable because of the strength
I
and
think
the
I step forward
sexual
because
But no,
things
what I'm
that can be
saying
taken
is,
away from us.
I bought a house
men have to fight other
very
men
young after
on a
university.
daily
That's pretty
basis.
powerful. I
And that's
think
how most
where
things
I
happen.
see
That's what wars
the
come in.
breakdown and
That's
where
what,
I
like,
disagree
what I mean is we're
is
always in danger because
the
we
introduction
are
of
the
contraception,
barrier between
abortion,
another man and y'all.
the
I mean,
sexual
we're taking
that
other men
really,
from our
for
each
me,
other
I feel
family.
we
Like every man is the head
we're
of a
on
family,
the right
and they're
path,
taking
right?
their
Feminists,
family
we
from
have
all the other
freedoms
men.
now that people didn't.
We're always
But the
in danger.
over medication, I'm like, the
More
more
days
Man,
than
when you
y'all.
say it like that,
More days
we're
than y'all.
always in danger.
More, I'm like, okay, just
what it
think
does
about
to
it.
our mental health,
No,
Not
that
always,
makes sense.
but you
is
know
not
what I
That
mean.
makes sense.
what abortion
Like,
does to
I
a
have to
woman,
worry about
mentally,
fighting more than
physically,
you.
emotionally.
They do need to have some men in this discussion, to be honest.
But I don't,
And I think that
you know,
we're
like,
on the right track.
I'm always, I don't say that. That's what that's the point
Free
though.
sex,
No man says
I can
that,
go
even though
and
it's
live like a man and
you
take
know,
all the
more of our
risks
reality.
and take all
Yes.
the risks.
Like I wouldn't say that shit because that's just dumb to say.
Better off. I
Because I'm
think,
not always in danger. I'm pretty
modern
protected.
day
I'm
feminism
Well,
ain't
yeah.
nobody gonna try to make me
dangerous
go
for
fucking
women. In
you
my
know,
opinion, I
somewhere you
think
don't want to be.
the
You know what I'm
the
saying?
physical
she's a woman, so she.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying too, babe. I mean, that's just what
Only a woman
we
can
see.
say
We're
that.
only seeing it for ourselves. We're not seeing it for y'all.
That I think I deserve and I need. What do you need, Ren? If
Which
you're
side?
ready to have a baby?
How else can y'all see it?
Women around the United States are currently
Exactly. That's why we can't really put any kind of anything on a man because we don't know. We've never been men,
That's why I don't
and we never will be, even if they have surgeries.
Your point,
Come on.
abortion is ignoring like several dimensions.
Yeah, I don't push it on y'all. You don't mind.
For birth
Oh.
control, contraception can also
I
be
got
used
y'all
for
no problem.
balancing hormones. So, for
I
example,
don't think I would be able
suffer
to have a
from
baby.
I suffer
Shit
from
sound crazy.
cirrhosis.
It does.
If I'm not
Jesus.
on birth control, they will grow and
But you have to have experience in the sense of we have a lot of internal things going on
not only
since
that,
Yeah.
we turn on 10 or 11. So, like, it's almost like it's a preparation. And it's like, oh, yeah, okay.
But not only that, I just kind of want to go back a little bit further to some of what you were saying about women, you know, why you disagree with it, which I love hearing your perspective, and I think that it's valid and it's interesting to hear your point of view.
Look,
But
you
I
still
think
talking.
that if you, going back to
Yeah.
happiness per se, reinforce feminism, say,
We're
for example, there's so many women who I hear who will go back and, you know, look at their grandmother and their great grandmother who was around in like say like the 40s, 50s, or before when, and they'll see, okay, well my grandparents, they're 20 years apart. My grandmother was married at 14 years old and had 12 kids.
It is horrible.
Damn, dirty.
My great grandma was.
I mean, that's how you had to be because basically they would have kids to help around the house.
And the life expectancy was shorter and shit.
And that too, yeah, you kind of had
You
to.
know, my great grandma, she still.
And
I said, man, she
if I think I have a boy, but if I had a
doing better
daughter
than
at
her
14 years
sons.
old,
And think about what we were just saying earlier. Women were very, very depressed around the house, and they did a lot of drugs back then because they probably didn't have kids. So then you have the other female that like spits them out. So she's preoccupied with 12 individuals.
versus a 14-year-old girl who is in the NASA space program or who wants to become an
Unfortunately, not every woman was capable of birthing.
Ain't nothing wrong with what she's saying.
based on
Like, yeah, you can be the president, little girl.
that's a pretty
That's
unequal
not.
amount of
Every
That's
woman.
that we're seeing
Yeah,
for those
everyone
two.
can be president. But like every nigga, I mean, okay, it's the same thing. Nigga, okay, don't you think every nigga alive want to be the fucking star quarterback on the fucking
Go outside.
on the professional football team, or I want to be the president. We all want to be the fucking the damn CEO of Apple.
I don't.
That's what everyone wants though. But everyone can be that. Some nigga gotta be the garbage man. Some nigga gotta be the plumber. Some nigga gotta be the lawnmower nigga.
That's totally fine, but for the little girl who wants to be a doctor when she grows
You know,
up,
some niggas be okay with that because
doesn't
they think
So
about their family,
basically,
they think
every
about their
single
wife,
topic needs
they
to
think
have
about
two
the woman.
sides.
Yeah.
you know,
The reason why the reason why 90% of niggas do jobs out
I mean,
here
look at how
is for
different all
women.
of us
It's
are.
for y'all.
Imagine all of us being forced to do the same thing and be the same person. We're so different just because we're
Even if they want to admit it or not.
And I think choice does help with people being able to live lives
Like
conducive
all
to
the
that.
electricians and the fucking truck drivers and
yeah, and then also too,
the pilots and the fucking. I keep going to the army because that's a job niggas don't think about. But
so here's
But-
degrees.
I mean, and women got in there, you know, eventually too. They were in the
girl in Ohio who was
services, so
was forced to either cross state lines or
I wouldn't want to be. Was his dude? Was your friend infiltrate?
yeah.
Hell no.
But guess what though? I wouldn't mind this shit. If I
And
was-
for a person to be excited about it, okay, like, you definitely on another level. You do that, and that's exactly the whole point. Is there are some people that are willing to do extreme things.
I was just
Let them do
excited.
it.
That was my idea
Y'all
too.
can have those jobs.
Only difference is he don't have kids right now. I had kids and shit, so my ideas changed. And more.
Right, and that happens too. Which it puts a lot of when they started pushing college. You was it like what, middle school, 6th grade, 7th grade? And think about it like that, just from what you said, like they put a lot of like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like this, when you go to college, you got to pick one thing out of all the billions of shit that's out there, and it's a lot of pressure. Because
Is she
things
forced
like
to
this
carry
I
happen.
ain't gonna lie, I
this
said
good
artist,
child
but a lot of
of her
motherfuckers
assaulter,
trying to
of
talk
her?
me out of it. That's why
And
I
so do you think
started
that's
self-dabbing
make a good
myself.
father
And
to
I
such
didn't
a
go to
child?
the art
I
institute
don't
like I
think
was
so.
going to
So
go to.
are you,
Because
would
not
you
even my
say
parents,
that
but it was just
abortion
like
for all
random people.
Oh,
Like the girl I was dating at the time, her dad was like, he said like, "What the fuck you gonna do?" He didn't say it like that, but he was like, "What is?"
because
He said it
the
like a joke.
stereotype of a musician is
No,
not
not a
making a lot of
no,
music.
not a musician. They are
Well, no,
artists. Like a
well,
nigga doing animation or like those type of
oh,
artists.
you mean drawing and painting?
Yeah, that was, you know, that's the type of art I started out with.
That still doesn't make a lot of money.
That's it. If I can do now, babe.
Well, you'd have to be a
I was in
Picasso. I see what you're
no,
saying,
I
though.
was in. It was in 2012, 2011, 2013. But it is 2025. Most of the shit is animation. Most of the shit is that field that I was
Well,
graphic
you'd
design.
have to go to different.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. I didn't go
maybe
to
they
the
didn't
art
understand.
institute. They didn't. They did not. I fucking would listen to that.
Because yeah, you'd have to get computer skills. You'd have to
Oh yeah,
not
graphic
just
design.
having a brush and a canvas. I guess that's
Oh no,
probably what they were thinking about.
there's no limit to that shit, man. That's what I was going to school for, to learn about graphic design and animation and
That's why I was gonna go to Lamar University
all
for
that shit. That's what I went to Bama and
the
they
arts.
started trying to teach me math, and I was like, see,
I was trying to do the associate's degree in arts.
anyway,
Be an art major.
I mean, you know, still an artist, so it worked out.
Well, in these times, it has allowed you to do things more independently instead of going to college, which you did go to college, but I mean, like, it being the basic, you have to do these 3 things to get it. Now there's a lot more opportunities and different avenues you can take to get to places.
It's like we're in the age of this shit, like social
Yeah.
networking and everything is digital, everything is graphic design. Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about memes and shorts and
Yeah.
like, that's those are
And
niggas.
content in general is.
That's what I'm saying. Those niggas making the most money.
Mhm.
So that's what I was gonna go to school for, to make content. What the hell the plans? Fucking got them streets and shit, man. I guess that all worked out.
Well, life happens.
Yeah.
I mean, you know my story with college and decisions.
But the beautiful thing about it, I can still learn graphic design on YouTube. Shout out YouTube. Learn anything on YouTube. You can learn brain surgery on YouTube, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not fixing to
I'm pretty
perform no
No,
brain
I'm
surgery
saying,
after
but you
watching
can kind of
YouTube
get
videos.
an idea though. I'm pretty sure, like,
Oh, yeah.
if you fucking had somebody.
Yeah, but you
fuck-
can stand in front of like someone at the car mechanic. They can sit here and tell you what to do. When you do it, it's a completely different experience.
I was thinking about it. YouTube, you can wind the video, you can pause the video, you can go back to different videos, you can get different multiple points of view
It's a lot of education, yeah.
just in like 30
But
minutes.
that's it. It's education.
And then you can apply it. I've learned a lot of shit. Learn how to make beats off YouTube and how to.
Well, I guess when the apocalypse comes and I need a brain surgeon to call you up.
That's when we still got Wi-Fi.
Not an apocalypse, or whatever, apocalyptic times.
That's why I feel like we should search stuff on YouTube or Google and then print out the search results. So
Oh,
we just have a
Jesus.
whole notebook full of information. I mean,
Oh, you're talking about because if the internet's gone, that's it. We don't have any paper backup.
mm-hmm. And then you can't just search, like, how do you start a fire? But we would have been already.
You printed out the information. Babe,
How do you boil water?
we wouldn't have enough storage or space for all of those documents.
I mean, it's
No.
that's a good idea.
Tiny text. You have to put that bitch in
How's what we do?
7 size font.
I mean, it wouldn't be that, you know, every instruction would be just like on a piece of paper. So it'd be a lot of people, it'd be a whole bottle full, but shit, it'd be.
Then we have to go back to print the money then, because by that time, way in the future, we're gonna have digital money. So we'd have to print a dollar bill too. What? Go back to cash.
+40 weeks do you want access to that? I personally, I don't think that, I think that there are, I think it's all contextual, truly, and I don't think that as human beings, I don't think that we have quite yet scientifically figured out where that line is. Where that line is scientifically okay.
Trying to like the dude,
personally would choose for myself.
Yeah, that's what's unfortunate. It could be a childhood. You choose like.
you got your kids, I'm so confused. It's sending you good signals. Who she's from?
Yeah.
It's like two, but you don't like niggas don't like kids.
Where you can get an abortion at any
I'm getting girls like kids too, but just look at a girl, you got titties.
Well, she's facing trad lives, so.
Oh, damn.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because she can go in and say that
She's like some, like a boy.
mental health risks.
Like she's responsible. And on it.
Even if it's not happening all the time. Let's say it happens.
Would you like her number? Damn. Damn.
I got the same kind of.
How are you comparing me to her? She look more blind to me though.
Blind.
She got some thick bifocals. You can see it. Look how
Oh,
thick they are. She's blind. Mine are not that big. That's what I'm saying. Like, I really don't need these, but like, you know.
Emergency cases.
There's ever an emergency to murder a child.
Here we go.
What is happening? Anything. It can be any, like if they can be told by a doctor that if you birth this baby, there is a huge risk to your life right now.
That is not real.
This lady is not having a baby before.
I think that is happening. So what about when is it medically necessary to abort the child? What is happening?
There are plenty of women that don't have any weapons.
She want to know like exactly, and that's the thing. It's case by case. Like what she trying to point out is these niggas be making no bullshit ass excuses based off of
Yeah,
generalization.
they're having a bunch of sex with men, and that's basically what it is.
Is it just like as black women that die 3 times the rate of any other group of women in childbirth as a result of birthing
See,
children?
man, what we need to be talking about how
For you to say that
the black community is number one.
there's never any medically necessary reason for
Abortion,
abortion. That's just blatant. That's wrong.
Oh, you put the statistics on the other side of that.
Like,
Well,
we
that comes
abort
with
most of our,
being able to get birth control.
I do not think that an abortion would save.
it's the same thing. Planned Parenthood, they give birth control.
They do. It's the getting up and going to do it and being responsible too. It's not everybody can do that.
And don't fucking
Sex. I mean, most people
hell,
have sex,
man.
babe.
She's stupid. And I'm pretty sure they got more sense to wear a condom.
I would hope so.
Oh, they do.
I would really
They
hope
do.
so.
Oh, they do though. I think they do.
No, because there's a lot of drugs on the streets, and you really think that they're in their right mind and some meth to go to the grocery store and get. You think they have
I mean,
money
true.
to go get condoms?
But we talking about people who are not. We not talking about
I'm just saying that
Because if a baby dies,
it exists.
people like they make a lot of money.
Do you know how they're going to get it out? Yeah.
Especially her.
That is not an abortion. There are, do you know that in the States, do you know that in the States that have the more strict robust that doctors
You know how mad they getting.
because they
Not all of them are like this, but
that is a total
She's
mainstream
not getting mad.
information.
Let's see how they get mad.
Okay.
That's it's weird. As soon as you tell somebody that you shouldn't kill a baby, they get all.
yeah.
And there's something in them. It's not them. It's a spirit.
And again, they don't even have babies, so it's like,
Of women being happier.
yeah, they got a little off topic.
Statistically, women are more stressed now than they were prior to feminism. And statistics show that the higher a woman experiences stress, the more likely she is to be anxious and depressed. So I'm coming from this from like a basic standpoint of the facts are women are more stressed than they were prior because they're still expected to be a mom, be a wife.
That's what I'm saying. But now you got a household
And on
that
top of
provide
that,
her.
it's great that women can go and be lawyers and be doctors. Like that is amazing.
So now you take it
But
two
your
jobs.
lifestyle needs to change, and you shouldn't have kids because
But then that wouldn't
you
be
would
enough.
need a feminine man at home,
And also go to work.
basically, to keep that balance.
Okay.
I agree on that. I agree on that dynamic.
That's why I'm balanced
To be a
me.
full-time home manager, and you said you like to manage your home. I would agree. It's a management position for sure. We're great at that. So would it be fair to put both of those things on her? A full-time home manager and a full-time career woman? Or are you trying to break
That's
that?
a result of society and a result of patriarchy and a result of the times that we're occupying right now.
There's another lady who's in this situation too. She actually hired her best friend back in the day with her 3 kids to be the stay-at-home nanny, basically. And she's like, it's like me, and then I had to go out. And she's like, it's the same dynamic. She's like, I agree on a man and a woman. She's like, I just used what I could at the time in my situation. I couldn't find another man, so I, like she was like still agreeing, even though her experience was completely different, but it was still the same. So it was interesting. She was like in her 80s or 60s, sorry, way older. But
early, like immigrant women early on, and these women, like looking at Starbucks or any places is way even without like carrying buckets of water up, like even the weight of their household life was heavy. It was a lot of work, and a lot of times the men ran off. Like when you had a gallery of missing husbands, these women were extremely stressed. Women were working very, very hard for most of human history. This trad movement is actually a very small blip of human history for very few women. A lot of them are
Yeah,
very
man. Together as the human species.
as well. So a lot of
And
the
a lot of
trad white
that's
movement is
the
like if you just went
separation.
even more trad, you would be back working. So it's
I think that's what a problem
interesting.
comes
So I
in.
don't agree with
We
you.
should-
no, we're separating our own. This is the whole point. It's trad women versus feminists. So it's the women that want to be in the workforce versus the women that want to stay home. So now it's more of a split. It's a quarter now.
Which is so
It's a
great,
double
those types of things. So
separation.
none of us are denying. I think there's a stereotype, like a caricature of the 50s housewife with curlers, and she just sits there, right? And she's just waiting for him to come home, and she's essentially like a play toy. I don't think
That's
any
the
of us
separation because they're not separated from the men, obviously.
Well, they're talking about, right, and she's talking about more of the extreme of like a woman didn't have anything to do at all. You know, like there's a lot that a woman can do.
It's-
And it comes with education too, that's what I'm saying. Women weren't educated until way later too. So it was like
If you can buy something miles away with
we're all at different levels and at different like it yeah.
I'm 15. I could not need it.
Okay.
Hold that position, so maybe we can take that off the table. But
But is that because you find empowerment through occupying your role within the house, right? So again, true feminism is about creating that agency, that ability to choose. So if women were happier pre-feminism, as you're saying, my question to you is, why do you think that is? Do you think that's because they were actually happier because they didn't have a choice but to be happy and present in their lives because they had no way out of their marriage? They had no agency or ability to choose what the path of their life would be because of the societal expectations, or because they had gotten their little lobotomy and they were like all meted out, like you said, prior to, because that was the only way for them
So
to
meds.
live their lives.
or maybe they were actually just genuinely happy.
Maybe they could have been, but I I don't know what that like.
But that was the norm. 96% of women voted against suffrage. 96%. It was a fringe idea.
It's raining.
On your Twitter, though, American women. American or American women. Or American citizens. American or American women. No. American. I think there's a serious pushed into the workforce.
Hotels in Fiji.
What? You hungry? You want your breakfast?
Reward the breakup of the family with all of these entitlement programs. Our black families the most. Actually, if you look back, black families were doing better than white families as far as their marriages were more intact post-slavery. Right? What happened? It's probably responsibility to incentivize that. The same people. What do you guys think of? There's a good amount. There's a lot of studies out there that show actually happiness decreases and marital satisfaction when you have kids. And sometimes there's also studies that show these dual income, no kids, that they're really happy. What do you guys think of that? I'd like to see that. There's the family, the institute of family.
6 years ago, I would have been sitting with you guys. I think in university, was fed this boss babe. You can have it all. You can do it all. Go out, make as much money as you can. Do everything for yourself. Be lonely, be medicated. It's like there was this lie, I think, that if you stay at home and raise the next generation, somehow you are part of the patriarchy. But going to
It's a payatry versus a mayatry. It's still a split.
and was there 60 plus hours a week making some dude's pockets richer. I'm like, how is that? I am finding more fulfillment being at home
I agree with
with my children, creating a place that is emotionally stable for them, that they can feel these freedoms and grow than I ever did when that commission check hit or when those bonuses were given to me.
A woman
And that's what Candace Owen talks about.
taking care of her entire family.
A woman will be
Is
more fulfilled and more happy if she does things like that.
You watch the girl
raising a family.
I used to watch her
Taking
before
care
I
of
met
households.
you.
You are literally creating the next
Sleep.
generation of people. That is like
This
that
white
is one of
lady,
the
I
most
forgot her
important
name.
jobs in our country.
But she be
Sorry,
doing
in
the
the
same
world.
type of
Like I
Candace.
totally agree with you. So
Yeah,
as a feminist,
I think her and Candace Owens are like the same type of podcast.
Yeah, they're activists, I guess, would be.
I the patriarchy, if you want to say
But
it.
anyway, she makes some good points.
I've never heard a feminist say that.
Forgot her name.
Have you guys read?
Well, a lot of people don't like Candace Owen and those
They
type
don't
of
like her
females
either.
because they're like supporting the man. They're like, oh, you're a part of the patriarchy. So
I don't think that they were saying you doing this.
They just don't know that shit. Turn on.
I think the patriarchy is telling you
Say what?
you should do this. I'll say though that
To have, cause niggas get tired of
I don't know if we're gonna get into
that
this
shit,
later
bro.
topic. It is
Cause it's like,
risky
damn,
to
we
decide
don't be.
all of your financial dependence in your life.
I know for me, I'm just talking to you.
I don't know if we're gonna get into
I love
that
women,
later.
so it's annoying whenever women talk shit about me in a general.
well, they're dehumanizing them basically.
What is a woman going to do
Can you feed Tamara, please?
if her husband dies or if he leaves her?
Show me your lip again. I want to see.
Can't stand up.
Ew.
I can't stand up, get up.
Bug. We can put some ice on it. Or they're trying to do backflips on the trampoline.
Like you got beat up.
You don't have a resume. You don't have like
Now you have these kids. They are individualism because we're post-Christian society. In a Christian society, there's such a thing as duty, and it would be considered absolutely shameful for any upright man to see any woman
You're hungry?
be on the down and out because her husband left her or died and not step in and take care of her. I've been in several different kinds of churches. Like
Go
trying
feed
to find out,
Tamara.
different
Put it
things
down.
about Christianity in my adult life, and I don't have many beliefs, but one thing that I've seen in common is that people would just write checks, no questions asked when they see a mother come in with children. No questions asked. Just what does she need? She needs a place to stay. And there are many stories where it's not that. Well, it depends. We keep deferring to the state, not for long, because that's our church now. And what kind of job are they
veering away from the actual topic at hand. I just feel as though.
Well, what's her point?
From when I'm listening,
When she said that.
perspectives, which I deeply respect. I think the thing that I can't help but notice is that the counter argument to feminism usually takes a standpoint from very privileged, very Western like viewpoint that ignores the rest of the world and the situations and realities that women face in the rest of the world. So it's not like it's almost like there's a very surface level viewpoint of feminism that ignores how actually dire and vital the work that women who are at the forefront of feminism is doing. And earlier, I think I believe it was you who mentioned that feminism it like puts women in danger because we're trying to breach into the same spaces as men. But personally, I feel as though when you're dismantling extremely rigid, extremely oppressive systems that have existed for thousands of years, it's going to be a dangerous job. You know what I mean?
Do
And
we have
so,
a constitutional right that a man doesn't have?
no, I think that the Constitution, I think that Thomas Jefferson, he said, we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, but women were not even a part of the conversation back then. And so I think that when we're talking about topics like this, we have to really look at the bigger picture and the deeper level of what feminism is actually trying to accomplish,
You can't really
which is
love
not
it
just
because
about, pussy
at
hats
that time, he
and
wasn't even
black
talking about us.
Oscars and like
I don't know
being
what
That
on
shit-
stage and all this
He's
other
talking
stuff.
about all
It's
white
very
men.
Western and very privileged to think
Thomas
about.
Jefferson?
It's about
When they made that shit, they wasn't. We was still in
Thomas
slavery.
Jefferson's
that is not
yes,
able
but
to
not
say,
in
for example, a young girl
what
in
he was.
Western Africa
She talking about when they made the damn when they made the damn
was born in the wrong village.
the
And
constitutional.
Independence.
they're told to do before they're
Oh, is
married
that
off
the
with
I
difference?
don't remember.
to their husband. That again.
But Thomas
is
Jefferson was
that
a,
experience.
the beginning of it not happening though. He was one of the good ones though.
Oh.
So yeah, we're gonna have to. I know he was one of the good ones, but we're gonna have to look up the facts and what he signed and made. But I think he was one of the good ones.
Where's your food?
Of course,
On the counter somewhere. It's one of those blue cans.
abusive relationships. Most women should not get a divorce. I think that society now has made it too easy for women to walk away from a committed relationship.
Yeah.
I think that if you are having a hard time in your relationship, you should seek to fix it and not just leave it behind when you've spent
I agree.
years or decades or however long you've been together to just say, okay, now on to the next. I think that you should, as a Christian woman, I don't believe in divorce. I think that no matter how difficult your relationship gets, you should always fight for that person because at the end of the day, you chose to marry that person.
It's
Because
not
of
just
it.
a Christian woman. That's other
With all your heart,
cultures.
and you
Oh
can't
yeah,
just, like,
absolutely. Because marriage is
leave person
that.
behind
Because in
and
Indian
say,
culture,
okay,
they have
fine,
thousands of
like,
guys,
that
but
means
it's
that you
still
never truly
that's
love that
It's,
person.
you're
yeah.
combining
Yeah,
two people
I would
together
agree.
to
I
society.
think
I mean that's.
to say
That's in all cultures.
that there is no case in which a woman should divorce. I think
African culture.
Did you feed her?
I vowed to my husband.
Yeah,
Okay.
get the bowl.
And I think
Calm down. Just say that. Don't give me attitude.
that comes that is not frivolous. It's not to be taken lightly. I think it's something that is held precious and sacred and should be fought for. I think, I find it really sad how cheap marriage has become.
The phone about to die.
Something that can be
Yeah.
thrown around and finished and ended at a whim of dislike or distrust. Marriage is not easy. It takes work. Being in any relationship takes work. And that comes through commitment, trust, communication.
I agree. I think what we say, for better for worse, we mean it. And again, not talking about
Is this the first time I heard she talk?
I think that also our society is so focused on, well, if it doesn't make you happy, get rid of it. Get rid of anything that doesn't make you happy. You do you. Oh, your husband did this, just divorce and leave him. And then I also feel like women, especially in our society, are being pushed more towards being valued through what other men think. And put your body out there so that everyone can see you, because that's going to create the happiness inside of you. And your husband is just kind of keeping you down. He's pressing you. And I think that hurts. I think that the porn industry is hurting marriages the most. And I think that both
I agree.
men and women should value their marriage together, that it is a sacred bond.
There's another one where they said it was a bunch of men, or it was the alpha and beta one, that they believe that it's natural for a man to want to have multiple partners. So that totally takes out marriage then, you know what I mean? So it's like that was an interesting
aunts and
topic.
uncles got divorced. So I think prescribing Christianity as the savior to marriages is just a silly belief. And then I know we all
I'll start cooking in 4 minutes. I don't even think we should post this.
has been really disposable, and I don't think anyone would be advocating for that. But I think it's just disingenuous to believe that there aren't women. A lot. I feel like the majority of women really, really, really trying to make marriages work.
Yeah, very women. And nobody wants to.
I don't think you just buy divorces off the shelves at Walmart. I think a divorce is one of the worst things that any married person could ever go through. It's shameful still in this society. 100%. And also, but even having the option for divorce is something that is the result of the work of feminists. You realize that, right? So for the woman who's being
divorce. That's correct.
Sure. Okay. Whatever. So for the woman who's being battered by her husband, for the woman who's being battered by her husband, 100 years ago, she has no fail-safe for her life, for her safety, and for her agency. So now, at the very least, women are able to initiate a divorce if they see their partner as someone who they no longer want to be with for any reason. And I think that, again, for me, it's all about whatever the woman's choice or the person's choice is, that's between them and themselves and their partner. And I don't think that divorce should be prescribed or reduced to something that's just done left and right because women now have the ability to. We do know that statistically women are the ones who initiate the majority of divorces, and that's, in my opinion, that's just simply because men will just stay in a toxic or an unfit situation rather than actually remedying it, and women will actually take charge and leave if they need to, or if they feel that's the option to do so.
Yeah, also, a lot of times they need to do that because the men left them high and dry and they have no income and they need to get those court proceedings going so that they can be able to
It's those type of personality types that don't.
It's about commitment. Like, nigga, I just told you. It's about the promise. Niggas like to fulfill the
because we used to believe in duty. You know, they said it was around
obligation.
they didn't. Women then had to try to pick up. They had to try to like figure out what skills they could have because they had 4 children, and yes, you could go to the church, but those resources were finite. And you had 4 children. They had literally
So basically, who is the most selfish?
so many men who would pick up, go to work, and
Why is it what it is? Yeah, the nigga can be fucking hate the shit, but stick it out because he's not thinking about him. He's thinking about the overall family, and the woman is just be quick to leave it because she only thinking about her. So not thinking about even her husband, her kids.
That's a personality type because women stick it out too after he's done
So if you sleep with another
bad
woman,
things.
there's no threat to you think you should. You think you should. You ought to try to work that out. So in the Catholic context, you should. You should. There might be a more like separation, maybe even indefinite. It's to what extent? To what extent is this going on, right? If your husband's cheating on you and he comes back and he's like, I messed up, I'm sorry, then I think that there's means to work it out. If he's not sorry, if he's like, oh yeah, I cheated on you, but he's going to continue to do it, no. But what about for the woman?
I think it draws the line at this one single time. If I have a line,
So if it's not going under the church, so you asked the question before I called the worst.
you would have been
You would be able to. No, you need to prove it. That might be very, very, very.
You're not talking about that. That's fault. You're talking about
You just need one witness, right? No, it was
we're just doing shit just because the fucking the sun turned, like the season changed or something.
Right. What if he just crosses any
What if I
barrier
draw
or
my line of respect? Yeah, just general divine respect.
Okay.
He's rude, he's cold, he's not a good partner, and you're unhappy. What if you were just about happiness? No,
Yeah, that's a dumb argument because
we said happiness is good.
they're not gonna convince the other side.
You have a direct
whatever.
for your
It might be in the back of their head forever,
personal values,
but
like
they already come down this hill. But
a
like,
lot of people agree,
well,
and then later
later on they're gonna
you
realize
have
when they
to
get
go back
older.
on your word, and this is a legal contract,
Yeah.
and you go back on your word.
Yeah.
So if he promised you not
Cause
to
you
be
notice
an asshole,
this side of these women are older than this side for the most
I
part.
think you want to, and you think that's okay, that
should just break apart, just like
That's
that.
what usually happens.
Even if I was traditional, if
Time
he's not happy, I don't want
comes
him.
for
So
everybody.
then better for worse means nothing.
Well, I'm not saying that in my life. Are you married? No, I don't. But this is the thing. But that guy that I'm
It's not gonna look like that
I
forever.
know you were talking about porn, and like the guy who literally my partner who films all my content.
Yeah,
he
she
was
can try with
saying it.
she can try with the plastic surgery and all that
He's
shit.
like, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with someone who's just submissive. I wanted to be with someone who's more
So
like
she's
equal. So
experienced
now,
all the
he
unhappy
went off with
men
me.
that are
He's
married.
filming my OnlyFans content, and and he does financially support her. But if I were to say, hey, I'll be with you, but I kind of don't want you to financially support her anymore, she would not have that anymore, and I wouldn't do that. But so then imagine being you're the oppressor. No, but I'm not. Listen, but how horrible of a position are you putting yourself in life, where now your ability to financially support yourself is not only dependent on a man, but it's also dependent on.
Can that poor woman that you pretty much took her husband?
No, on his own because he was unhappy, and then 10 years later he met me.
Okay, so do you not think she can get back up on her feet?
It's very, very difficult because she has given her entire life into raising their child.
I've given my life into raising my kids.
I agree with you. I think she should get out of work.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go work. I feel like you guys, and I guess I don't know. You can tell me. It feels like what you're saying is someone who's financially dependent on their husband. If he leaves, if he dies, they're just screwed. They're done.
No, it is
That's not what you're saying.
but the whole thing you're not happening. Yes. You need to have something to fall back on. So be
She's
educated. Also,
financially dependent on multiple men.
Be educated.
What's the
How do
difference?
you know that they're not?
Talking about one man, a relationship.
Yeah,
Who you're
versus-
married to.
No, but versus
I mean,
Okay.
if you want to think, say about I'm financially relying on whoever pays me at work.
it's the same thing. It's all like I'm just trying
Yeah.
to figure out what's the difference.
I would agree with you. I have
Men are
What do you mean?
men are also financially dependent on whoever they work for.
Right.
Relationship.
Which
I
is-
made
It's
way more
how
money.
everybody's financially dependent.
No, they're talking about
So,
wives
I
that
think-
don't work, that stay at
I
home.
would agree
But-
with you.
So
in
who are
the
they
sense that
financially dependent
young
on?
women
The
The
man.
man.
were
Yeah.
powerful. You know,
That's
man is-
what they're talking about.
But she's saying like
continued on, got my doctorate, become a
everybody's
family and child
financially dependent on somebody.
psychologist, sat with
So
children
she's
who
saying
are dealing
through
with this
divorce,
mental
that's
health
what's
crisis
wrong.
right now.
Is it's like now the woman has to literally start her life over because she's been financially dependent on one person.
Oh, she could just be financially dependent. She can find that she's go. She gonna have to.
Have you had a very easy time trying to find a job with someone who has experience? This woman wouldn't. That's what the thing is. That's why feminists are very strong about a woman getting, being there, because think about it like that. Woman can't just go get a job without experience.
But I think that's true feminism is intersectional and it is all encompassing. So it affects so many different facets.
It's a tough
of our
one.
lives and of-
Because,
and of
babe,
our
if I
experience
stay home
navigating
and we agree on
it
that,
impacts the way that
10
men
years, just simply 10 years out of my entire life,
feminism,
I have 10 years of no resume building, no experience building, no social skills,
and
forgetting how to use a computer.
I feel as though that singular
I feel like your basic knowledge to work. So that's very scary. Yeah. Because that means that I am literally giving you my life. And that's scary.
Regardless of what
For
whether you're a
independent
married woman or not.
feminists.
Yes, we're talking
Yes.
about married women specifically, but what about all the other women that don't want to get married or don't find
What
it
I'm
hard
saying
to
is
be a
the
mother
difference
or being a
between
wife? They should have an ability
me giving
to
my
pursue
life
whatever
to
they
a
wanna do.
company.
That's what we're fighting for.
Right. Same
Like-
thing. Yes.
It's-
But you're building experience and you're able to use
The
that experience
OnlyFans
for the
girl don't
next
have
company.
no. If OnlyFans shut down today, if
Uh-huh.
if the government say porn is illegal,
Right.
it's the same thing.
She will.
What the fuck? She got no experience.
She will have a resume of doing that. Yes.
But
Basically.
yeah, but if there's no industry for that, then where's her resume gonna go?
She
All the
has experience though in doing something.
She got experience in taking pictures of herself naked. Okay.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Like if we take that job out of the damn if
Yeah,
men,
that's
if
a
all the
special
men,
situation
if all,
there.
but that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is she the person who's trying to tell this girl that she's being dependent on this man when she's being dependent on all these
She
men
doesn't see it
and she's
like
being
that.
dependent on this fucking website that's supporting men looking at her?
yeah. No.
It's the same thing. If all the
is.
men decided they don't want to look at her no more, what is she gonna do? Cause we out, the niggas can decide that.
Okay, yeah, but I'm just saying from a woman's
And
perspective of a
OF
man
can go-
divorcing her,
OF
we're
can be
still
shut
on
down
the same
today.
topic. They're
OF
talking about divorce.
I was just talking about
A woman that yeah, if she was married and doing that and they ended, yeah, she would. No, yeah,
It's all the same shit. That's what I was trying to say. OF can get shut down today, and what is she gonna do? Go work at McDonald's? Because she ain't got no experience, nothing to do, nothing else. But show her body parts. She can go. Yeah, she can go to the strip club. My bad.
Are y'all hungry?
Yes.